Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here, basically, we are talking about one topic, that is uh, currencies dependency. In currency dependency, we are talking about one topic, that is ideas. Ideas, global warming. Global warming is not error, its solution, and we are discussing 12th number solution. So this is basically 12th number solution. One of the person told that basically we want to see the practically earthquakes basically. So one of the person told that 1300 basically cities got the earthquakes in India. 1300 basically cities got the earthquake got in India. 1300 cities basically got earthquake, but this in real basically 1300 city basically never got the earthquake basically. So 1300 city basically got the earthquake, and one person told that basically I want the diagram of that earthquake basically, and the Canadian, the American people told that we want to create the incidents. So for that basically we want the diagram basically, entire diagram basically. So they told that basically we have the few diagrams basically, but few diagrams are not with us basically. So European group basically, entire group basically, Italian group basically, all become one and told that basically this is your diagram basically, and this is your diagram, and this if you want basically you can access one software basically. In that software basically you will get the entire earthquakes diagram basically. Then he told that basically which earthquakes diagram. Then he told that this is the earthquakes. If you click this basically, then you will get the entire diagram of the earthquake, which is that city basically. Then you will click to the city, then you will get the data of the which blood group basically. When you click that city, when you click that earthquake, it connects to city. When you click the cities basically, it connects to the blood group basically, from which blood group basically this data was created, this city was created. Then basically when you connect to the blood group basically, the incidents basically will get created. Which are those incidents basically? On the base of the incidents, the earthquake was happened basically. So the incidents basically is captured by the it's company, not company basically, Canadian country, USA country basically. These all are basically friends of India basically. So that's why they gets the contract basically. So like this basically they gets the contract. Then basically they, because they are friends na basically. So then only basically they can only basically solve the problem. So they will basically solve the problem perfectly basically. They solves the problem perfectly because they are friends basically. That's why if anything basically is going to wrong, then in the India basically, then they will be responsible also basically. Reason is basically they are solving the earthquakes issue basically. So assume that something happened to that blood group basically, and he is basically getting problems since many time basically. So this here basically the Canada, USA will be responsible. Why? Because India is telling that we have given each and every incidence creation to this whole group basically. So they are doing the planning basically, and they, after doing the planning basically, they gives the data to the Indian group basically, that are basically the who are basically earning in the dollar, pound, dirham, this all group basically. So this all groups basically gets the data basically, that you do this all incidents basically. Incidents, what is actually that we have already discussed basically. So like this basically the incidents basically connects, and here basically we have already talked with related to that 200 people basically who actually were connected with the new disease, and due to that basically 50 crore people basically died. In really 50 crore people has not died in corona basically. Here just I'm taking as an example basically. In really 50 crore people will not die. If 50 crore people will die then basically world war will start basically. One of the person told this also basically. So if 50 crore people die basically, then basically world war will start basically. So then basically one of the person told that uh, the 50 crore has died basically. So who are the responsible group basically? For that basically responsible groups are cyber cell groups, the police departments who actually knows the problem. Then basically then one of the person told that yeah, Mumbai basically has not helped you. Then they told that yeah, they basically was trying to help, but they were not capable up to that level. Basically, they can help you basically. That means one of the person told that there was no one single post here basically for one person basically. Then into the yes basically. Here basically I'm taking my example only. Basically, in really basically 200 people basically are there. In 200 people, one girl was there. That was actually BTech girl. She also basically not got the job in Mumbai, and she also basically came back. So like this basically this all problem basically converted into disease, and that disease basically spread it in the environment with the help of the power company, and power company literally sent the data into the environment, and then disease started. Like this basically assume that 50 crore people died basically. So in 50 crore died people basically assume that the blood groups were also connected. Blood groups basically, for example, this blood group, that group, 22 blood groups all basically connected to this disease. So like this 50 crore people basically are divided into this 22 blood group basically. So like this basically the people died basically. So one of the person asked the question basically. These all are groups are the responsible that for example in software company few 12 people basically were basically from software industry. So they told that basically here basically the software companies are also responsible. Cyber cell group was responsible. Then the recruitment group basically was responsible. Then the companies software companies were responsible. Here basically if the people who know they are basically working from home. Then one of the person told that yeah basically after watching this video basically one of the person told that I will do one thing, I will finish the entire software company basically. Yeah, I am actually planning to finish the entire software company basically. After watching this video basically, then one of the person told that there is no finishing the entire software company basically. Uh, in this basically few people basically are only responsible basically. Then he told that basically it's one group only basically you can say. And one of the person told that one group means it's entire software industry or basically one group basically. That basically need to check basically. Then basically he told that let me check and basically let you know basically. Like this basically the one group basically are responsible for this. So here basically that was story of software professional basically. So like this basically one of the person told that this 20 percentage error basically which is connected in the form of education error basically, in that basically lots of businessmen are also connected basically. That also basically I got the information. Then he told that yes basically businessmen are 100% connected. They do the future plan basically. For example, this person is basically having the good mark, so they basically literally hire, but they have to enter the college, enter the schools also, no, basically. For that basically they invest the money. So in this basically the businessmen also basically came into the things basically. So one of the person told that businessmen basically know basically that this type of problem basically are there basically. The advisor basically groups might be knowing that this type of problem basically might be there basically, but they basically say that basically yeah we will take the risk. So they taken the risk, and like this basically the 20 percentage global warming connected. So now one of the person told that basically what is going to happen maximum basically. One of the person told them the maximum will happen that is 80 percentage city will get end basically. Nothing basically is going to happen more than, and entire education will end, and everything basically need to create again basically. Then he told that okay this much only going to happen basically. That's okay basically. We will create the entire education again basically. Then one of the person told like this also basically. Then one of the person told that basically it's not possible here basically. How basically we can create MBA colleges, MBA this, MTech this, and the places basically from where the ideas are basically getting. That how basically we are going to create each and everything basically. That is not possible basically. So in next video basically we are going to see the fight between two people. That is one is telling that we will finish the entire education sector 80%, and another one is telling basically that no don't finish it basically, we will find some solution. So what is that solution, and basically how that person basically who want to finish the entire education, how basically he got